even though the constitution, we don't have a new constitution, but leaders must have moral responsibility. We had a moral contract with us, social contract, to say 3 years. 3 years, I must say that explained to me, the chairperson of the National Commission, there was no way we can fulfill 3 years, because we did not find anything in the coffers, and we needed money to really do the reforms that we adopted. But we say we extended it to 5 years, and then after 5 years, I did call the attention of the president that once God has given you the extent of 5 years, it is important that you honor your promise. One thing I know, I believe in the Holy Quran, I believe in God Almighty. So whatever I say, I want to stand by those principles. If I cannot be part of those principles, if I cannot be part of those actions, then I need to stand up to civil society, to which you know me for, to stand up and see how much we can remobilize ourselves, forget our differences, and ensure that we look at the country first. Let's put the country first. So on this note, it is very challenging for me to contest for the presidency because of, we know the constraints that women have, but I am one woman that doesn't fear. We have fought a most powerful man, Yaya Jammeh, most powerful, most popular, wealthy than the current president. And we fought him tooth and nail. And we saw the results because we were together as a nation. If we come again as a nation and we decide and we are committed to really change this undemocratic regime of Adam Barrow, we will do it. So on this note, I will now give the floor to our able, excellent moderator, who is also one of my favorite daughters, to really conduct the affairs of this evening. Thank you very much. Everybody to stand up for the Gambia. Many political parties are here, starting for the First Republic of His Excellency Sadauda Kairabai Jawara, who I must acknowledge was a Democrat that brought everybody on board. We had peace and stability, and of course, most importantly, they fought for independence for us. But other political parties, as time goes on, other political parties came, and of course there are some of the political parties that really stood up for their ideologies and their commitments to advance the country. But because of the measure of understanding, the level of understanding of our people, some of those very few political parties couldn't make it to the executive. I acknowledge them. I don't want to name names, but I acknowledge them, and I'm sure all of you know those political parties. So people matter, and for me, young people, men and women, matter to me. My agenda is to put people at the center, at the epicenter of everything that I do. People matter, so I cannot really do anything without bringing you on board and having this conversation with you so that I know what is bothering you. I know what is bothering you from a developmental perspective, from diplomatic perspective, and political perspective. But in wolof ñu ne wax ji ci borom la gëna jàkk. So if I listen to you, when I finish my political agenda, each one of you will definitely see that this was my voice, this was my contribution in developing the agenda, which is, of course, a process and not a static situation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I know this is
the highest office of this country. I am capable, I have the experience, I have the competence, I have the knowledge, the connections with the international community. Because when we had the change, I played a catalytic role to run around, to mobilize 40 million US dollars from the World Bank. African Development Bank came, EU came. I was able to lead the development of the National Development Plan 2018-2021. So my capacity is there, and I'm a workaholic, I'm a perfectionist. So whether I am elected or I'm not elected, I will continue to stand for this country. So my prayer is for you, for God to put me in your hearts, to vote me in as a president, and to see the difference. I also have compassion. I am a family woman, and I have worked in the struggle in Liberia, in Sierra Leone, in Togo, where you had fighting and conflicts. And for even with my age, I was able to make a difference. Today, Sierra Leone is in peace because we had the EU and the African Union and ECOWAS that selected me to be the peace mediator between the opposition party and the ruling government. And even in Gambia here, each time there was a problem, I stood in parliament to defend our country, to defend the executive, to defend our country. The Faraba incident, the Busumbala incident, the Manjago incident, so many problems that happened. And I also defended many people who were wrongfully dismissed from government. So it is not the age that matters, as long I have the competence and particularly the commitment to serve this country.
Thank you very much. I hope that